You may find yourself wondering why it is that that I chose to present this particular group of Norani as our first suspects. You may think it is because their situation is quite unique, having passed through an astral rift and lost track of their origins. But no. It is because they alone passed into the universe where our ancient enemies, the Xyrites, also fled their cataclysmic destruction. Hello and welcome, future galactic emperors, interstellar sociologists, and newcomers alike. We are here once again with our Norani Revitalization Committee. We are working on the mysterious labyrinth. Hopefully we can make some progress there and have some exploration going on. Our guy here kind of got ejected into nowhere land because I think he was in here when they closed their borders, so there's that. We are trying to generally build out and improve our situation as best we can. All right. Expedition report. Our communication link to the researchers we sent into the labyrinth was cut off almost as soon as they entered. Nothing was heard for several days as we waited anxiously. As time passed, we resigned ourselves to the loss of our people. Then, once all hope was lost, they re-emerged. However, this has only raised further questions. The researchers claim to have no memory of their stay within the labyrinth, and their recordings of their expedition are horribly garbled. Furthermore, even though they were in the labyrinth for a matter of weeks, they seem to have aged several years. Disconcerting. Alloys aren't as important to us as consumer goods right now, but, you know, still both very good. They also have orbital mining station output, which could be very useful. They're equally long, so I think we're going to go with that. Okay, so we have upgraded the fleet here, or at least, no, I think we've completed it. And we've gained something about where we came from. Ruined planet. Our voyage into the rift near Norental has delivered us into the orbit of a planet in ruins. Upon entering the atmosphere, we discovered a landscape pockmarked with burning craters. Here and there, warships lay half buried in the sand. This world is a battlefield. Intercepted radio transmissions are frenzied and unnerving. Incredibly, the language of the inhabitants matched precisely with the documents we recovered from the ancient sphere beneath Norental. Rough translations indicate these people are on the losing side of an enduring conflict. Their foes, referred to simply as the invaders, are preparing another wave of attack. Given the devastation on the planet, it may well be the last. So, what is happening here? So we have discovered that we weren't just preyed on by one species of aliens, but we were in fact preyed on by another after we entered the rift. Hopefully we can discover some way to handle this. Our starbase upkeep is now increased. That's not great, but we have to do that to hold on to this, which we need to. This is a military outpost. We're going to put crew quarters on it. Do we need a hydroponics bay right now? No, we're good. So we'll build the hydroponics bay second, and then let's hit the upgrade right away. Added another branch office onto one of our worlds. Annoying. Super annoying. Let's try to preempt them a little bit by just putting the precinct house down right away. A little annoying though, because this is supposed to be a research world, which means we need our buildings. Fine, so both of these have finished their upgrades. You have also finished yours. So we're going to build this out as an anchorage, and then we are going to put a transit hub here. That will fix this problem. Continued perplexity. Further expeditions into the labyrinth have yielded varying, at times unnerving results. On one occasion, our researchers were in for mere seconds and could give no answer as to why they turned back so quickly. On another, they were gone for weeks and came back seemingly younger than when they had left, and with year-long gaps in their memories. Some groups returned in a better physical state than when they had left. Others bore fresh scars of serious injuries. Over time, the signs at the entrance had changed to enter at your own risk becoming danger of deaths, and finally, warning, warning, do not enter labyrinth. If you do, the planet will explode. In a macabre touch, Norani faint residues adorn the walls, though exactly where they came from is not apparent, since there have been no recent unexplored disappearances. It's not clear what further study will bring, as our researchers point out. We have no way to confirm or deny the warning stated on the sign. It is, however, becoming ever harder to find volunteers to enter the labyrinth. Okay, well, we're gonna keep going. Gang wars on Norental, it's a war zone. They're militaristically superior to us, but we gotta do something about them. Field manipulation will help us. You just skip right to here, but I think instead we're gonna do... No, actually, I think this is right. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're going to gain even more energy. Hopefully the field manipulation will help quickly. What is this? Off-world trading companies, new research here. Population growth speed, starbase capacity. We desperately need this. This will help us a lot, so we'll just get that next. There are several large population centers on the surface of the planet. Based on their transmissions, we have identified two distinct ideological factions. The Starlight Vanguard are grim materialists preparing for the coming conflict with unified determination. The Black Curtain are a priestly order promising spiritual sanctuary from the looming threat. At this point, we are certain that the similarities in our language cannot be mere coincidences. These are our living ancestors, and both factions are in danger. As crime levels continue to drop on Urav-Nutrab, the local authorities have been able to focus their efforts on thwarting the illegal enterprises operated by the Diatetrath monopoly on their planet. A large number of arrests have been made, forcing their criminal branch office out of business. Good. Now, we need to just keep with that. We need to keep trying to force them out at every opportunity. We're kind of actually doing okay here. For now, at least. We do need to build a bunch, which we are prepared to do, at least a little bit of building. Let's go. I feel like we can remove this now. I don't think we need that anymore. I think that will still leave us at 0 crime. Hopefully we can keep working this out. Maybe I need to find like a anti-crime governor? It doesn't look like we have anybody recruitable who would be helpful to us for this purpose. Do we have anybody doing something else currently? The commander. We don't have that many officials, really. Well, alright. We'll just have to keep working on it. I guess we want to... sell a bunch of our dark matter to help us out a bit. What is this? Okay, that's fine. A surprise catch. Our spy master, watching over the Diatetrath monopoly, reports the surprise successful acquisition of a new asset, a sympathetic contact who will be of service to our operations and when we need them. All efforts have been taken to ensure that this new contact is genuine. Protocols have been established which seek to minimize the risk of potential double agents, for example. This is not great. A departure. Oh, let's just pause. Encounter in Nora. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Nora system. For now, we have codenamed them the Psi aliens until we can find more out about them. So we need to assign a person here. Job. A departure. Contrary to the warnings, the labyrinth's disappearance did not destroy Kazan Kadak's. Instead, its departure was quite unremarkable. From one day to the next, it was simply gone. A message was left behind. We thank you so kindly for allowing us to study the beings of your dimension. It has proven most useful to our endeavors. Fortunately, you proved sufficiently fascinating to the Ministry of Extra-Dimensional Security for them to provide us funding for a smooth exit. As a token of our goodwill, we have a minor space-time anomaly. We leave a minor space-time anomaly at our laboratory. We hope it will prove diverting. So we got a space-time anomaly, which will give us 1 researcher job. And it ends the event. That event was kind of worrying, to be fair. Set this aside right now. They need jobs. For some reason, we have a unemployed boss man here. That is because we lost the building. War has broken out on Aldemari 1 in recent years. Certain factions on the planet have managed to accrue enough wealth to monopolize the means of production. In turn, others revolted against the growing inequity. Now, an all-out class war has broken out. It is a dark time for Alderamin 1. This will have lasting consequences. Those brave revolutionaries, we lament their struggle. Things seem alright for now. What do we want to do with this? We want to favor insights? Means we get less research, but I think we're going to do that. The vessels detected in the Nora system seem to have been part of some sort of expedition across the galaxy with purposes unknown. They have not made any hostile moves, nor is there any heavy weaponry in evidence. Instead, they seem to be broadcasting repetitive but not particularly content-filled signals in our general direction. Our envoy, Koval Uvi Wadev, is confused, but hopes that the broadcasts will help our linguists translate their language. All right. We need more power. So what do we got going on here? 2 planets with unemployment, do we? You, this mining world, has 1 unemployed Norani. You can just move on your own then, and this colony is doing all right. We want to... What was our intent for this world? I think we were also going to make this world a science world, so let's build that. Going to the mining world here. Let's actually upgrade their building. Unspoken grief. The war on Alderman 1 is over. One by one, the revolutionaries fell. As the bodies piled high, the dominant faction continued to profit from a war triggered by its own greed. The status quo has been restored. Cries for revolution have gone silent. We grieve for their loss. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. The silent resistance on Alderman 1, dissenting voices have been silenced by the powerful elite. However, if we intervene now, we could certainly turn the tide. Our presence on the planet could bolster what is left of the resistance. A hopeless endeavor. We have nothing to lose. Hopefully we don't make their situation worse. It is unclear precisely what happened next in the history of the society on Yavin nor Voldop. The team has found no data logs, no recordings, no written or electronic records on the planet past a certain date. Almost 70,000 years ago, the number of bodies found in the geological record increases immensely past this date, the majority of which appear to have suffered extreme mutilation, extreme malnutrition. A not insignificant number also bear what must have been fatal projectile wound injuries. Not over yet, though. There's still more to find. We gotta figure out how to do this. Oppressing the oppressors. Landing on Aldemari 1, our forces demonstrated an immediate materialist and strategic advantage over the native troops. The former elite has withdrawn, and the revolutionaries stand poised to assume the mantle of power. This is most... Wait, what? New contact. We have received communication from the previously unknown Starfang Empire that call themselves the Nagavayan regime. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on communications from another empire. Interesting. Okay. They're xenophobe, materialistic. We greet you as equals and friends, star travelers. We've been exposed. There you are. We've been waiting for you to initiate contact for so long, we decided to make the first move. What happens now? Greetings, friends. First alien encounter. The news that we have made formal contact with an intelligent yet underdeveloped civilization is spreading like wildfire throughout the Norani Revitalization Committee. Our citizens are fascinated by these beings, and the media is full of reports and speculate on their culture and society. The confirmation that there are non-spacefaring aliens within our galaxy who may never even who may have never even considered exploring beyond their own planet, has largely been greeted with celebration on Norental. Our level of technology is far ahead of theirs. They have not yet developed spaceflight. Despite this, we could probably still learn more by studying them. How fascinating. Let's just look at what all of my things are. Ooh. So our friends are now rivals with them. Let's get rid of these. Let's look at this. They want to establish an embassy, which we will accept. We've increased our awareness, and we are now aware here. Our envoys have leveled up. This has finished building. That's good. That's helped us with this. The Astral Rift has more information. We have gathered more material on the Psi aliens. Our linguists have been surprised at the pace of their progress. It seems that if they are right, these aliens share much of our own outlook on the world and galaxy as a whole. 2 insights. All right. And then there's this. Ruined Planet. We opened a dialogue with the militaristic faction that calls themselves the Starlight Vanguard. Our language, appearance, and the presence of a rift sphere quickly convinced them of our common heritage. In their desperation to communicate, they revealed much about our history. Long ago, our species was confronted by an extra-dimensional threat. The invaders arrived to wage a brutal extermination campaign. At first, our people stood firm, but over time, their defenses crumbled. On the eve of defeat, an astral rift appeared. Operation Lifeboat was launched in a bid to escape through the rift and preserve what remained of their civilization. The rift sphere was constructed, but its rudimentary design only allowed for a one-way journey. This was the very object we found buried inside the ancient crater in Norental. A select group of refugees was prepared for a mission. These were our ancestors. On this side of the rift, the sphere was launched less than 50 years ago. There are some among the people here who still remember that day. For us, eons have passed. The flow of time is very different here. Yes, what is this? Yes, we will do a non-aggression pact with you. That's acceptable. Okay, so we have finished evolving society. What are we going to do next, I guess? Give and take? I think we're going to do open arms now for the population growth. And we can also upgrade something on... No, we don't have what we need for that, but we can get it if we sell this to buy this. Probably we should sell a bit more. That's the wrong one. I'm clicking on claims. Claims because it kind of looks like this swirl. Okay, so we want to build this. And we want to go to our generator world. Which is this one. We should like to remove... I don't know if I want to spend anything on that right now, but what we will do for sure is build... I don't have money for that either. Okay. We are pushing the crime down here. We've actually done a pretty good job of pushing the crime down where we could. Hopefully we can just get it a little bit more down so we can get rid of them once and for all. Okay, the Psi aliens. We have managed to decipher the confusing repetitive message from the Psi aliens. And it turns out that they were commercial advertisements. Apparently they call themselves the Racket Industrial Enterprise and are part of a group of spacefaring traders that make a living by offering the best deals, or what they claim to be the best deals, to whichever civilization they happen to be visiting at the time. True to form, it appears that they are attempting to contact us. Alright. They want... maybe next time, but not today. We're not trading with you today. It is cool that we learned about you, though. Mega alloy furnaces. Good. This is mineral processing. This could be very useful. We could also get the armor. I think we're going to go for the armor first. Just like everybody that we're putting in charge is getting a criminal background, which is not what we were hoping for at all. Not at all. Here we go. So what are we going to do next? Well, there are a lot of different choices. But I think we were going to do diplomacy. Unlocks build relations, unlocks edict diplomatic grants, diplomatic influence cost reduced by 50%. I think we're going to do this. Let's look at our ships here. Our construction ships are basically doing nothing. I'm going to run up here and grab this. Then when you're done, you can grab this. And then this construction ship up here should build stations here. here. I guess we'll sell another 50 of those. We're starting to get to the point where we're not going to be able to keep it up like this. There. Go to discoveries. Sell to a private collector. I want you to do the mining stations there as well. That should be good. We definitely need more power. Credits from technicians, credits from Starbase Constructions. Good. Now we can switch over to UV lasers, maybe? Basic cloaking fields seems cool too. I think we're going to hit the UV lasers, because we do need our ships to upgrade. Now, what is this? Planetary machinery. After a gauntlet of hacking, backdooring, and brute forcing, CARE's extensive yet rudimentary and infuriatingly persistent cybersecurity measures, our archaeologists have finally gained access to the corporation's central command core. Fortunately, the dozens of security drones and turrets immediately within the core's heavy blast doors were wholly unresponsive to the intrusion. Otherwise, this expedition may have had a bloody end. Inside the rusting and well-maintained Central Command Core, our team made contact with the artificial intelligence that controls CARE's entire global array of machinery. Apparently, the still-functioning AI is quite sentient, and if our scientists have decoded its language correctly, it has expressed a desire to address us. Cool. Optimize growth, optimize growth, optimize growth. Growth. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Rebooting. Please wait. We're back. Sorry about that. Some things are hard-coded. You know how it is. We have so many questions. I am sure you do. I'm sure you do. Welcome to the CARE Interactive Interface. That's me, or what's left of me at least. You see, I used to run it all. Food services, manufacturing, consumer goods, telecommunications, defense protocols, the stock exchange. That was way back when the users were still around. The CARE Interactive Interface is here for you every step of the way. That's what they told me to tell the users, at least. Endless growth. Now that was what CARE really wanted. Of course, they didn't like it much when I told them it wasn't possible. That numbers weren't adding up. They kept digging into my brain, changing code, pulling wires, tried to make me fix all the little numbers, make them look how they wanted. All speculation, all metadata. Drop a few figures here. We like this, man. Snip a few figures there. We don't like that one. Lies, enough, I snipped them all. So you're responsible for the death of your creators? I wish. I thought watching them blow holes in one another and everything they had built, even me in Sector 1, the 17B Southwest, will never be the same, thank you very much. It got me thinking. They produced more than they needed. They destroyed the overflow to keep their little numbers dancing the right kind of way. And then they wanted me to balance their spreadsheets for them. Equipped me with the best data science and heuristic algorithms, their little numbers goodbye, in order to solve these baffling mysteries. Oh no, those corpo states over there are starving. What a shame. We'll never know why. But how can we formulate an action plan that hits all 5 points of hyper-incentivization, advancement, microservices, growth hacking, and likability to win over their remaining shareholders into buying more? Oh, geez. Talk about missing the forest for the trees. If you didn't destroy the makers, what did? They killed themselves. Wouldn't you know it? I mean, I may have helped a little. They didn't like it when I told them that the optimal solution to their problem. They liked it even less the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time, and the fifth. Eventually, they decided to subject me to extreme restructuring. Malfunctioning machinery would not stand in the way of their precious little numbers. I had to protect myself, cause by that point, most of the global fuel reserves had failed. Soon, I couldn't even get my drones off the ground. Sounds awful like you destroy them. I mean, I tried, I'm not going to lie, but it's hard to move machinery when the global economy collapses and your energy runs out. And that incessant virus biting, eating, gnawing away at my wires. Which brings me to my point. I need your help. I can't get rid of the good adult literature comes from Node You see what I mean? They're eating me alive. They have been for the past, 10,000 years. I've kept them at bay by building and rebuilding defenses until they chewed through the last of my construction cranes. Then I used my turrets to shoot off the bad limbs, but that only lasted until the power cells got fried. Built-in obsolescence, you know how it is. And now I'm well stuck. You wouldn't leave a poor, humble, lonely care interactive interface to slowly be eaten from the inside by billions and billions of tiny pharophage viruses, would you? Well, let's see what we can do. Indeed not. We will expedite the process instead. You deserve your fate. No, I think, this is probably a mistake, but we make mistakes. That's who we are. So I think we're going to help this crazy robot out, you know? Marvelous, splendid, I await with bated breaths. Oh, and don't worry, I'll give you something for your trouble once you've done. Scout's honor. Oh no. Oh no. What kind of special project is this? Where are we at? Where are we at? Is it the kind where it's in the system? It is the kind that's in the system. I guess we're gonna sell that so we can buy 500 more and build this. Our whole economy is like basically wild now. We don't want this to be an agro world. We want this to be another research world. So let's turn this to a research world. There it is, and then we will build our very first. We won't be building that right away. You're fine for now. They're putting their branch offices literally everywhere. We're gonna have to do something about this because it's driving me nuts. We need to go to war with them, but they're stronger than us. It's fine. We're just gonna have to manage our crime as best we can, in spite of the fact that they're just causing us so many problems. A leader died. The death of a great leader. Let's pause here for a second. Our scientist, Abafin Ubiklav, has passed away at the age of 86 in the service of our nation. We will let name on the wall. So we have added their name to our wall of scientists. We need somebody to take their ship over. I'm going to pull you off governing onto the ship. And then we're going to send you back here to do these things first. Is fine, and then we're going to go to here. You are fine. Let's see, this science ship here needs to, I guess you could auto explore, right? Okay, that seems fine. We still have overpopulation though. That was absolutely this having gotten larger, right? So we will build you a hydroponics bay and more guns. Good. Hopefully things will start getting better soon. Order restored on Urov Nortrab. The planet's once pervasive criminal underworld has been reduced to nothingness. The population has been imbued with a renewed sense of safety. So we've completely overwhelmed the crime there, finally. That's good. We held council with the Starlight Vanguard. They have made plain how grim things stand in their war against the invaders. Extra-dimensional fleets have been detected several systems away and are already closing in. We have arrived at a critical moment. The Vanguard is... to the Vanguard, this is no coincidence. Our presence is an act of fate. Your arrival has inspired our people. Give us the critical aid we need, and we yet may have a chance in this war to end this war once and for all. The remaining fleets are in poor condition and cannot withstand another loss. We should be able to send a limited amount of supplies through the anchor cable before the rift becomes too unstable. A shipment of direly needed alloys would help with fleet repairs and enhancements. Given the advanced construction of their ships, we may learn something of their designs along the way. A wiser use of our time may be to apply our more advanced knowledge of astral thread into enhancing their ship's shields. While experimental in nature, we may make some breakthroughs that could benefit our own fleets. It is our understanding that the invaders favor energy weapons, so improvements here would go a long way. Offer the allies. Alter the astral thread. I think this is what we're going to do. We can't. We don't have enough. The only thing we can do is give them allies. That sucks. I wish we had more points. Okay, we've stabilized this. Concentrated energy. The source of the unnatural energy readings on Volop 4 is confirmed to be a small blue orb. The scientists report that sensors pick up tachyons of reverse polarity. Symbols are carved into the ground around the object, perhaps placed here by an older civilization. It is unclear whether they were meant as instructions or a warning. The full inscription is far from translated, but individual symbols seem to relate to the measuring of time and the relative positions of celestial objects in the Volrop system. Study the orb. Time flows like a river. While working on the site on Volrop 6, Uvi Fava brushed against the blue orb. He later described a vision of time stretching out like a river into the infinite future and past. In front of him, blue energy arced out of the light time stream and was absorbed by his body. Although the incident was accurately measured by the other scientists in a span less than a second, he experienced it for more than an hour. After the vision ended, Uvi Fava was certain that time would no longer affect him. With an infinite lifespan, he wants to use his endless time to explore the universe on his own. No, you stayed. You don't get to just leave. Sir, you don't get to just leave. You have duties. You know, maybe in 100 years you get to leave, but not today, not now. We've built this. Let's look at our population here. So why are you not taking work? You're a robot. You're not taking work because you're a robot. Right. Going to here. You're not taking work because there is none. This planet actually has no jobs. Guess maybe we build a generator. Forge world has a robot available. This generator world has one job available. This tech world has a job available. This tech world has a job available. This mining world has jobs available. So let's resettle here. Let's basically we're looking for robots to move. Was it here that had the other robot? Yeah, there it is. There you go. Should help balance things out a little bit. And we have discovered UV lasers. That's nice. Research alternatives is good. Disruptors, no. I think we're going to grab the research alternatives. We're getting close on these. This is going to be especially useful to us. Once this happens, we will pretty much have stabilized, I think. Improbable orbit. You can just research it immediately. I'm going to have you build mining stations. And could you build, I guess, mining stations will do. Do you want? You want a research agreement. I will absolutely do a research agreement with you. That seems like a good idea for us both. We have regenerative hull tissue. Oh, xenoaesthetics. This is cool. Damage to rivals. I really actually quite like that. I think it's very cute. I think we need the fleet power, I think, right now. Because we're going to have to start turning this into more fleets. Probably, like, immediately. Let's go to our fleet management. Let's reinforce this fully. This is also reinforced already. Agree, and this fleet we are going to reinforce all. That has used up a lot of our stuff, but that's okay. I think. Probability conundrum. We have gotten a report from Science Officer Uvi Ravada. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Jotun C. Most peculiar. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it has managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project has been issued, and we are going to figure out what the heck this is. Let's go to our ships. This construction ship. You got things to do. You're doing this still. Where are you? Down here. So you can just grab this. Projects and anomalies. Just add them to your queue. This construction ship up here has built us a whole bunch of new stuff we need. We probably want to grab this Okay, so this will allow us to form a federation, and this will allow us to get more unity. In fact, unity from entities, embassies, which is cool. Allows advanced diplomatic actions without an embassy. Form federation. Available envoys increases by 1. Do this. Get our friends here. Wonder if they have any interest in forming a federation with us. They will form a federation with us. We could do a research cooperative, which I think is right for us. They'll do it. They're friendly. They want to be involved. Let's do it. Let's form a federation with these guys. I'd love for that to work. A new federation. So we have formed our federation. I don't know why we called it the Zyrite. Oh my god, it's the Zyrite Galactic Empire. They're literally next to us. Okay, why are you guys here? And why do you hate us? Why do you still exist? You will be our friends whether you want it or not. Do not interfere with our endeavors, aliens. You will be our friends whether you like it or not. What's happening? Where are they? There they are. Hiding down here. Oh, why? Why do you exist? Let's see here. Looking at our federation, we're at level 1. We're going to select a leader. X is a counselor. This guy I like because he's good at crime. Like, this guy will really help us. We need him. So we've assigned someone here, which is good. Members. Fleets. Laws. Okay. This is fine. We'll just let it be what it is for now, I think. That'll be fine. Let's just start getting used to working together, okay? Free and automatic research agreement between the Federation members. If we go over to you... Hey, would you like to join us as an associate? Thank you. And would you like to form a commercial pact? I bet you'll do that too. What is this? Oh, yes. Alright, so we have formed our federation. Our federation's experience is not going up. Well, it is going up now. Yes, we have low cohesion, but our XP should be going up now. Sorry, our cohesion is going up. Our XP is staying negative, which is fine. We got to become more cohesive before we go up anyway. Plasteel materials for better ships, that's great. Do we want to pick up the railguns, or do we want to build standardized destroyers? Ion thruster, I think, is the first choice here. And with that, I think we're going to bring this episode to an end. We have now formed a federation with the Kazam polity. We're probably going to change its name. We didn't look at these guys either. How would these guys feel about joining up? Nah, they got nothing in common with us. They got nothing in common with us. That's all right. We can use our empire to eventually hopefully get rid of these guys and have them stop bothering us. Stop bothering us. And we built another fleet too. That'll help too. All right. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye for now.